London Business School has produced many hugely successful leaders around the globe, including 2 featured in this series. Now, some of the figures in charge of the world's biggest brands share their insight into how this can continue. We also get their thoughts on what future leaders can do to climb to the pinnacle of their profession.
London Business School has a very important role to play. When you have young leaders that are coming up through a business, the most important thing for them is to get exposure to people who've done what they are about to do. I think the business school can lead the way in exposing new leaders to existing leaders. Leadership, like everything else, is dynamic, and so solutions need to adapt to the environment as the environment changes. So it is very, very important for new business leaders to be able to come to a place, a forum if you like the London Business School, and hear existing leaders talking about how they're dealing with current challenges.
I think LBS, beyond the formal part of education, should also offer the opportunity to interact with great leaders, not only from the UK, but from all over the world. And I think diversity of background and diversity of geography, diversity of industry is really important. I think there's no greater learning experience than being confronted with the dynamics or facts of a completely different approach. And if you have ears that are wide open and eyes that are wide open, you can really inhale some of the other air that you wouldn't necessarily have distilled for yourself if you're, in my case, like in pharmaceuticals. I used a lot of knowledge I gained in the consumer products industry before I arrived into pharmaceuticals.
You know, as I think about the next generation of leaders here at LBS and frankly around the world, I think there's several things that are going to be very important. One is to ensure that they have a sense of intellectual curiosity. You know, the rate and the pace of change of knowledge of different disciplines in science and technology is so fast, and it's only going to accelerate in the coming 10, 20, and 30 years. Second, I think it's essential to be global. If you want to be a leader of a large multinational organization, having a global mindset and appreciation for different markets, different backgrounds, different cultures, the opportunities and the challenges they represent are absolutely critical. And number 3, it's about having a passion for what you do. Because when you love what you do, it's not so much work. You'll do better at it, you'll be more committed. And so find something that you love, because you're going to be doing it for a career, for a lifetime, and you really only get one chance, and you want to make sure you make the very most of it.
I guess my advice to someone thinking about their career is, first and most importantly, do something you really love, because you'll never succeed at something you really hate. And then second, pick a good boss who you're going to learn from and who's going to give you opportunities. And finally, be a good colleague and a good team member, because in the end, you can't really achieve anything on your own.
What should you do to succeed as a leader? The senior leaders here point to 2 key ideas. 1, you have to be passionate about what you do. 2, you have to gain insight and advice from a wide variety of senior leaders, including and maybe especially those who are not in your own area of business.